You guys, you own that Patty's Pub. That's the skeeviest bar I ever been to. You're a bunch of lowlifes.
When the gang from It's Always Sunny wreaked havoc through the halls of Abbott Elementary, unsuspecting audiences erupted in stunned laughter. Like a blast from the golden years of television's past, this sitcom crossover reminded us how hilarious it can be when TV comedies collide. And with the promise of more to come from Abbott's finest and Philadelphia's worst, many fans are asking, whatever happened to sitcom crossovers?
I am so proud of you.
You crazy SOB, you did it.
You can read, Charlie.
I did it. I actually read, which I always could do.
Much like their comic book counterparts, the first official sitcom crossover featured capes and high-flying action. I Love Lucy, the groundbreaking and wildly popular TV comedy, brought Superman onto the set. Lucy and Superman was broadcast in 1957, and this episode marked a major change in the series, and televised programming as a whole. The Superman gimmick was clearly an attempt to revive interest in a series nearing the end of its run, but for audiences, a love for sitcom crossovers was born.
You mean to say that you've been married to her for 15 years?
Yeah, 15 years!
And they call me Superman.
Throughout the 1960s, mashup events continued to pop up sporadically, but once again, comic books seemed to lead the charge. Batman, featuring the zany psychedelic comedy stylings of Adam West, fostered 5 crossovers throughout the decade. From the Monkees to the Addams Family and even Hogan's Heroes, a whole generation of TV sitcoms got funky with Bruce Wayne.
Aren't you in the wrong city?
On special assignment for the Daily Sentinel. You know my aide, Cato?
Robin, the boy wonder.
Genre shows continued to see successful mergers between franchises, like The Bionic Woman and The $6 Million Man. And just as Scooby-Doo began casting time-slot partners for various hijinks, the sitcom crossovers came roaring back with a vengeance. The sitcoms of the late 70s saw a major breakthrough in shared universe stories. After cutting his teeth as a writer for various sitcoms, Garry Marshall had made a name for himself as the go-to scribe for syndicated laughs. Perhaps looking back on his past working for Lucy, the writer decided it was time to bring back sitcom crossovers in a big way. Starting in 1976, Marshall successfully merged his Happy Days mega hit with its popular spin-off Laverne and Shirley, the lesser-known Blansky's Beauties, and the Robin Williams debut vehicle, Mork and Mindy. Throughout multiple specials, these characters cavorted and canoodled in and out of each other's respective shows.
Laverne, this is Laverne DeFazio, she's mine. And this is Shirley Feeney, she's yours, as you can see.
Nice to meet you, Richie.
My pleasure.
Despite how unrealistic some of these characters were, looking at you, Mork, audiences were nonetheless thrilled by the comedic world-building possibilities.
I'm Laverne, please.
I too am pleased. Nano.
Marshall pulled out the stops at ABC and followed up with a Happy Days meets Laverne and Shirley doubleheader. Played out across both programs, these episodes should have marked a pivotal moment in how TV producers viewed their IP, but unfortunately, audiences weren't quite buying it. Already 2 years past the infamous shark jump, Happy Days was well past its prime when the Laverne and Shirley shotgun wedding saga aired. Much like the Batman era of constant crossovers, the Marshall years had left audiences feeling fatigued and frankly fooled. However, as delighted as ABC may have been with their multi-show phenomenons, ratings soon tapered and sitcom crossovers stalled. But by the following decade, everything would change.
How annoying could one kid be?
From Full House meets Family Matters to fruitful encounters between Bob Newhart and Murphy Brown, sitcom crossovers hit the ground running in the 90s. While many of these meetups made perfect sense, take the geographically linked Cheers and Wings, for instance, some sitcom crossovers had downright bizarre setups. I mean, sure, the Winslows could realistically travel from Chicago to San Francisco, but seeing the pint-sized Urkel hanging out with the Tanners feels forced beyond belief.
I think we lost him.
We lost who?
Just some pesky kid that keeps following us around.
You know, some people just don't know when they're not wanted.
That sense of misplaced commercial appeal continued in strange crossovers like The Mad About You meets Seinfeld misstep of 1992. Despite featuring New York's zaniest neighbor, the sitcom crossover made little impact on fans of either series. Although it faded from memory, this brief link-up did result in one of George Costanza's most notorious storylines.
Hello? Hey, MSG's rerunning the Yankee game. You watching this?
They are.
George, you coming to bed? I text Matt about you.
Outside of animated comedy staples like The Simpsons and Family Guy, the comedic TV crossover once again began to fade away throughout the early aughts. Most of these specials effectively died when executives put their focus on streaming. Sure, a few duds like Tim Allen's Last Man Standing meets Tim the Tool Man specials might sneak in from time to time.
Kind of a thing, because it was, man, a little annoying.
And the effectively strange Brooklyn Nine-Nine plus New Girl meet cute was a brief relief.
Damn it! He got away!
Well, I spilled my soup. You tell me which is worse.
My thing!
But overall, the time for sitcom crossovers appeared to be at an end, which is what makes the Abbott Elementary and It's Always Sunny crossover so fascinating. It is, of course, fitting for fictional Philadelphia residents to come together for multiple episodes of comedy greatness.
Did you ever get into a fight at an Eagles game?
Of course.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. Have you? Oh, are you kidding? When have I not?
But at first glance, the mashup is almost anarchic. Hilarious in its own right, Abbott Elementary is a show that wears its heart on its sleeve.
I thought that we could make a playlist starting with some oldies.
Ooh, how about 50 Cent in the club?
Okay, no, that's not an oldie and you shouldn't be listening to that.
The same cannot be said about Abbott's Philly counterparts, the Gang.
Dude, what's all that stuff you're grabbing?
Tools! Tools! Duct tape, zip ties, and gloves! I have to have my tools!
But rather than let the epically popular It's Always Sunny crew run rampant over the proceedings, the episode instead treats their arrival as temporary volunteers, as if they were colorful side characters. This is exactly the sort of mashup we crave as sitcom viewers.
Do any of you have any experience with duct work?
Oh, I've done tons of duct work.
You said duck work or duct?
What did you say?
Like an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object is the sort of train wreck none of us want to look away from. After, the gang is subjected to a court-ordered public service sentence at the underfunded Abbott Elementary, the school staff and part-time bar owners clash with hilarious results.
You're criminals.
Okay.
Come on. Hey, is it a crime to dump 100 gallons of baby oil in the Schuylkill?
And 500 Patty's Pub t-shirts.
And a Cybertruck?
Yes.
From Dee getting way too comfortable with Gregory, Charlie finally learning to read, and Dennis...
No, I don't think so. I know quite a bit about filming and consent, and I think I'll be spending my time on the other side of the camera. Thank you very much.
Volunteers Part 1 is a perfect marriage of the unlikeliest partners. In typical Abbott fashion, Ava relishes the idea of exploiting the gang for free labor, but in perfect It's Always Sunny style, Mac absolutely blows it for everyone else by just being Mac.
Still warm?
There's probably not even anything left for us to do this week, so if you could just go ahead and sign the slip.
Oh, not right now. My hands are sticky.
And if that wasn't enough to sate fans of Philadelphia's favorite school and the ghouls from Patty's Pub, the show's team made sure to amp up the fresh rom-com status of Gregory and Janine, while Frank got down and dirty as always.
He is actually with someone. Me.
What?
Yeah.
Janine! Nice pull.
Thank you. It took a long time.
Yeah, you're good if I take a spin, though, yeah?
In the tradition of Garry Marshall's cross-platform mix-ups, both series will air an episode apiece, with each showing the events from the perspective of its respective characters. Perhaps this successful merger between Abbott Elementary and It's Always Sunny can prove once and for all that we can all still get together for a laugh, even in the streaming age.
I got to eat some fiber. Charlie learned to read. Community service is great. Crime is worth it, plain and simple.
And well, that's it for this week's episode. Do you miss the days of crossover sitcom hype? What was your favorite example of TV comedies colliding? Let us know in the comments, and as always, be sure to subscribe below to keep up with all our Nerdstalgic videos.